it's Ronen here, and today I will show you how you can create this type of amazing thumbnail just by doing a few simple things. It might look a bit intense, but it's simple. So let's dive into it. So we will create a new document first. It will be 1920 by 1080p, 72 resolution, RGB color, background color black, and press OK. Now we have our black canvas here. Now we will put our background over it. So I will just drag my background. By the way, you will find all the PSD and all the assets in the video description, so do check it out. Now it has a bit kind of thingy going here, so we will just make it a lot bigger, just like this, so we have some area to play with. So this looks good to me. I think I'll just bring it a bit down, and okay, so now we have this. So and now we will put our PNGs in it. So let's put this one first, which is like going for the emergency button right over here. And now we'll put another PNG here, which is this one. So we'll put this one here. I'll make this a bit smaller here, so the red imposter, or whatever you can say, the red player can be seen. One imposter is right here, I can see. Eesh. So now we are going to do is we'll place some more PNGs over it. We'll dive into the other things a bit later part in the video. So just bring it a bit down here, and this one. Press Ctrl J on your keyboard to duplicate the layer, then press Ctrl T to quick transform it, and just drag it over here. So now we have our thing, but we want a dead body over here and our player running from here. Just go to Google, type Among Us dead body PNG. Okay, so we have it here. So we'll just copy image and paste it here. Oh, it's a lot bigger than expected, but we'll bring it down and put it here. Now grab the magic wand tool again, and delete this part, and to fill the empty spaces we'll add a black stroke over it, just like a bit big. Okay, looks good to me. 9 stroke outside, opacity 100, fill color black, looks good to me. We'll drag down the size a bit. Now we have a problem here. This one is cyan and this one is cyan too. So what we can do is we can press Ctrl U on our keyboard to bring up the hue and saturation tab, and we can change its color to like let's see what we can have, like purple, I guess. Purple will look good, I guess. Okay, so purple one. So I'll drag it a bit here. Okay, so now we'll drag our another PNG here. I think I forgot to add a PNG here, but I'll add it later on, so I'll just drag it from here, this one. So I'll just drag and drop it. I forgot to add that one. So we have this our PNG here. Okay, rasterize it first. We will rasterize it. Now there was a problem in this one that it was orange too, so that's why now we have 2 oranges and it will be a third one. So what I did was the same thing. I went to the hue and saturation tab by pressing Ctrl U and changed the blending mode to I changed the hue to get the desired color, and I got this pink color because there's no pink in this canvas. So now we have two oranges in our canvas, so what we'll do is we'll simply change the hue and saturation of this one, but if we do it directly it will change the hue and saturation of this part too. So what we will do is we'll quickly go to the quick selection tool from here, the second one, or you can also press W for the shortcut and select this part. To deselect you can press Alt and like cancel, but I want this part. Okay, never mind. Okay, I think we are good. We'll just do this part and remove this part. Okay, I think we are good. So simply what we'll do is we'll create a new layer, press, then go back to our old layer, then press Ctrl C and here Ctrl V. Okay, so now we can change the hue and saturation by pressing U on our keyboard. So I think we don't have a yellow in our canvas. Okay, so we got a yellow here, but now we can see a problem here that these kinda have shadows to them and we don't have any shadow on them, so they look a bit fake. So what we'll do is we'll just go below this layer, create a new layer, grab a nice brush like this much, select our color to black and simply have a stroke here. It looks awful right now. So what we will do is we will press Ctrl T on our keyboard to free transform it, and by holding Ctrl we'll pull this down like this to create a flat shadow of it. Now to make it more real, I'll just tilt it a bit so it looks more real. You can press Ctrl if it's like showing you guidelines and you cannot transform as it snaps a lot, so you can press Ctrl on your keyboard and move it wherever you want. So I'll place it here. Okay, it's a bit dark compared to this one. We'll just change the fill to 60. Now it's look more real, and we'll do just Ctrl J to copy it, then Ctrl T, and we'll place it below this too and make it a bit bigger and a bit bigger. So okay, so it's kind of hiding behind it, but it's okay. So what we will do is now we are going to add a vignette around it. So we'll just go above our background layer, create a new layer and grab the same brush tool, make it a bit bigger and just make it like this size and do something like this around the edges. Okay, just pull it above this layer and 3 layers so that we can like have vignette over that part too. So I think this looks good. Change the blending mode to hard light and drag the fill down to about 75. Okay, looks good. So now we can do our next thing, which is adding the text. So I'll type best game. So the font I'm using is Aliens Among Us. I'll change the background, I'll change the color to white, then press Ctrl T and transform it and place it somewhere here. Okay, so I'll just press Ctrl G, Ctrl T to duplicate it and transform it, and I'll place best game ever. Okay, so Now I'll change the color to red because there's a red and white thing going on in the game too, so that's why. Now I'll change the font to VCR OSD mono regular. Okay, so press Ctrl T and I'll put it here, make it a bit big. Okay, so this looks good, but we'll have to add something, so double click over here and this will open this tab, and what we'll do is we'll add a, okay, so we are doing first in the best game, so we'll add a stroke over it, then we'll add inner glow. Okay, inner glow, what it'll do is it'll make the text look 3D. Then we'll add a gradient overlay. Yes, we'll add a gradient overlay, and I think I'll decrease the opacity a bit. Yeah, 53, angle on -90, and hard light. This is a simple black to white gradient, this one, so you can do it. Okay, and then I will just copy the style and paste it in this one, but we'll have to change things a bit over here. We'll go to the stroke and we'll change the size of the stroke to a bit down. Then the gradient overlay, I'll just bring the opacity down by a lot, and I'll just turn the inner glow off. Okay, looks good. Now sorry, now by pressing Ctrl, just Ctrl T, and you can change the size of both of them together. Now what I'll do is I'll add some element to it, so I'll just tilt them a bit like this. Okay, looks good. Now I'll just group them by pressing icon here, or you can also press Ctrl G on your keyboard. Now I'll create a clipping mask, go to gradient overlay, select this one, gradient, black to white, simple, then select radial and press reverse. Now do this. Okay, that's too much, just drag it on the outside part. Okay, so we'll have something like this. Change the blending mode to overlay and decrease the fill a bit, so you don't have like too many dark parts. I'll go with 65. Okay, looks good to me. Now I'll add another thing here, create a new layer, create a clipping mask, then have the color to white, and okay, sorry, I'll just press Alt and change my color, change my brush size, and do this, and change the blending mode to soft light, or hard light will look good. No, soft light. Okay, and the fill to about 75. Okay, looks good. So we have it here. Now I'll add another PNG, another 2 PNGs there to make it look a bit good. So like this, I just rotate it a bit and drag it, size a bit down. Okay, looks good to me. Now we'll add the Among Us logo here. Okay, drag the size down and I'll place it somewhere here. Okay, now we'll add something like, go below our text group layer and create a new layer there. Okay, so I think I forgot something. Yeah, I forgot to add the drop shadow. We'll go to the white text here and add a drop shadow. Okay, so it'll kinda make a drop shadow to create some black parts behind it. So the distance to 10, spread to 30, hard light, black color, and the size to 35. Okay, looks good. So now we'll go below that layer, grab our brush again, and we'll make a black. We'll select color black and zoom in a bit, and what we can do is just like this, click a few times so it will make the background a lot black, and decrease the fill to like 45. No, let's do like 65. Okay, so we'll select this layer, which was the last one below this, and we will press Ctrl Alt Shift E on our keyboard so that we have all of our below layers into one layer like this. So just now what we are gonna do is we'll color correct this a bit. Go to filter, camera raw filter, and the tab will open just like this. So what you can do here is you can change the temperature tint. I'll bring the temperature a bit down because it has like lots of purple and blue in it. You can mess around with the tint, but I'll leave it as it is. I'll bring up the exposure a bit, then bring down the contrast a bit, and then highlights. I'll increase them by just a bit, then decrease the shadows just like this. Whites I will increase, increase the whites, and I'll decrease the blacks a bit. Now for texture you can never go wrong, so increase a bit and increase the clarity a bit, like plus 21 looks good. Increase the vibrance a bit and increase the saturation a bit. So I'll show you. It looked like this, now it looks like this, so you can see a drastic change in there. Now it's more like, it gives a good vibe, it's more living than before. And then we'll go to our curves tab and make an S curve just a bit, not too much. Okay, now we'll go to details and we'll increase the amount a bit. Okay, now I'm not going to do anything else, so press OK, and it looks good just like this. Now we'll add a border to it, so above all the layers make a new layer, grab the rectangle tool and make a rectangle, select the background color like orange like this, press Ctrl backspace on our keyboard to fill it just like this. Now make a new layer, press same, Ctrl backspace. Now press Ctrl T on your keyboard to change its size, press Shift Alt and bring it a bit down from here, and Shift Alt and bring it a bit down from here. If you think this is like too much, then you can press Ctrl and change it manually a bit, just like this. Make sure that you don't change the degree. So now what we are gonna do is, by saying this part is selected, or you can press Ctrl and then click here to select this part, then we'll go to the layer below and delete it. Now we'll delete this upper layer, so we are left with this. I think the text is a bit off, so I just press Ctrl T by selecting the script and place it somewhere here, and then I'll place it here, I guess. Okay, looks good. Here, okay, done. So just go above all of these layers and below the border layer, press Ctrl Alt Shift E. As you can press Ctrl Alt Shift F to bring all of your settings back which you had in your camera raw filter just before, and I think your thumbnail is ready and good to go. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope you liked it. If you liked it, then please share it and comment down whichever tutorial you need in the future. Ronen signing off. Stay safe, stay productive.